Welcome to the Gingerbread Man Show. I am the Gingerbread Man, and this is Steady Serv'n Sports, ENT, an extension of Simply Ball Dropping Podcast Networks. Hey, Azzi over here, Kiki over here, yeah, Sarah Strong, she here. Listen, is Uconn set to do a repeat? But more after these messages.
Yeah, they're my own. You say pimpin', but they're my own.
Hey, is Uconn ready to do a repeat? I don't know, because Gino looked like he very confident in what he doing, sitting over there on the sideline, being like this, you know what I mean? All you got to do now is get a man a cigar. But listen, Azzi Fudd, which y'all already know how I feel about Azzi Fudd. Y'all got to understand that baby girl is, listen, this is my baby girl that I have been trailing ever since she then came back from the second ACL surgery. Listen, 2 surgeries on 2 different knees. Man, Azzi Fudd has made one of the greatest comeback stories that you could ever hear. That's right, that you could ever hear in college basketball. People are sleeping on Azzi Fudd. She is straight killer, best shooter in the legendary run, a winner of a natty with Paige Beckers last year. Listen, man, I already told y'all this was already here. You can go watch the video. You're going to see this on my page on what I feel about Azzi the Killer Fudd. Shooting them threes, doing what she do, taking them down. Now she's able to be the general of the floor and making sure that every single thing goes right, because Azzi Fudd pays a lot of attention to detail. She has one of the quickest shots that you could ever catch, male or female, and put it in the basket. Azzi Fudd is the general of the Huskies. But now, listen, they played their first game against the Louisville Cardinals, who is ranked 20. You know what I mean? Listen, it was a good game, but most of all, we all just wanted to see how they looked. You know, I'm into that. I'm very much so into how it looks, what it looked like on the floor. What did we see them looking like on the floor? How did it all, you know, gel and mesh? Who did what? And you know what I mean? The way they did it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's just what I like to see when it comes to Uconn, because Uconn is very exciting to watch. Now, here we go. Uconn had a big game, of course, against Louisville. They, across the board, 25 in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter, 17, which Louisville fought back and was right there in the second and third quarter. They scored 14 points after having a sluggish beginning with 9 points against Uconn. They came back in the second quarter and started going, you know what I mean, at Uconn, you know, in the different quarters and gaining their confidence. The third quarter, it was 17-17. But the fourth quarter, it just was too much for Louisville to try to climb back on. And they ended the game 79-66. Hey, look, Uconn is projected to be the #1 team. That's right. In the NCAA, it says Annapolis, it says Sarah Strong had 21 points and 9 rebounds. And the top-ranked Uconn opened its title defense with 79-66 win over #2 ranked Louisville on Tuesday night. This was the first time the Armed Forces Classic featured women's basketball. The game was supposed to be played as at Ramstein Air Base in Germany, but it was moved to the Naval Academy. Azzi Fudd scored 20 points for Uconn, which has not lost a season opener since 1995. The Huskies, 1-0, started fast in the first game after losing number 1 WNBA draft pick Paige Beckers. That's right. Fudd and KK Arnold made 3-pointers to give the Huskies an early 8-0 lead, and it was 14-1 after the first break basket by Arnold. Laura Zingler had 16 points and 18 rebounds for for Louisville, 0-1, which steadied itself a bit after entering the second quarter down 25-9. It's 44-23 at halftime, and the Cardinals went on a late 10-0 run to cut the 20-point deficit into half in the fourth quarter. That wasn't enough time to make a Uconn sweat it out too much, though. Uconn also lost Caitlin Chin and Aubrey Griffin from last season's national championship team, but Strong and Fudd both averaged double-figure scores in 2024-2025, and the Huskies added transfer Sarah Williams, which she looked really good, from Wisconsin, and Kayla Heckel from Southern California, which, listen, Heckel looked really, really good. Heckel scored 14 points in the opener. Williams had 4 points and 8 rebounds. Yeah, you know what I mean? As the offense and them gelling with each other, it'll definitely get tighter. But, man, listen, Azzi Fudd had 20 points, you know what I mean? And it was just like she did what she was supposed to do when it came to, you know what I mean, making it happen and being the general on the floor. KK came out with a strong start. She had 13 points. And then, of course, Heckel had the 14 points, which we mentioned. And the leader of the pack was Sarah Strong, which I love this sophomore. Yeah, because Sarah Strong is strong. But we're going to go a little bit deeper into what's going on and what happened in that game. We're going to go to the box score, and the box score going to tell it all of what happened with the game versus Louisville, Kentucky. Now, as we go to the box score in Louisville, Kentucky, Louisville had 3 people that was in double figures, which wasn't enough. Skylar Jones had 13 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds, and Mabry Berry had 13 points, 1 assist, and 1 rebound. And then, of course, Zingler had the 16 points, 2 assists, and 18 rebounds. She had a double-double in that game, but it was not enough to try to catch up with Uconn. And then, of course, everybody on Uconn always gets a taste. Every single person always gets a taste of what's going on. If you hit the floor, you're going to score most times. So, you know, shout out to the Uconn Huskies for having a great opener down in the military court the first time that was ever happening. Made history, of course, making that a W. That's right, dubs in the chat for the Uconn Huskies. And I just wanted to let y'all know that Uconn is not falling short on anything. I think that Uconn is just as good of a team with Paige Beckers there, and they're much faster because they're younger, right? Then when Paige was there, of course, Paige is calm, cool, collective. Azzi Fudd likes to run. KK Arnold likes to run. And then, of course, you know, Sarah Strong is sophomore, so she right there with them in running and getting up and down that floor, man. So you tell me what you think that Uconn, is they going to repeat or not? Let me know in the comments about, you know, how you feel about the first appearance with the Uconn Huskies, but keep it respectful and keep the main thing the main thing. I appreciate what you've done. I appreciate what you do, and I appreciate what you will do. And as always, I leave as I came with another banger.
Yeah, them my own.
We are.
You say, but them my own.